Hello and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And we're still going strong with Trials and Tribulations Revisited. So, last time, remember, we were in the humble beginnings of another flashback episode. So now we are going into the second half of said episode with more of Turnabout Beginning, the conclusion. February 16th, 1:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4.
Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah. Well, there's one more big obstacle we've got to pay. Yeah. But there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah. Motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, we're still badly in need of information. Information? Right. What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago. Of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for. I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago?
Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart from any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years.
Ha! Sorry, buddy, but you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. It will. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious? The girl. Let her go.
Shut up! Come closer, and I'll kill him.
Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong! No protect sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betrayed us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything! All lies! All make-believe! Kidnapping too!
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love, my teen angel.
Did he actually save my teen angel? She's seen one too many soap operas.
I'll do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says. Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel, that's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap notes we sent to her dad. Asked for $2 million diamonds. Tell him make exchange on Dusty Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfers cause she knew detective.
having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright? In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman! That woman! Valerie! She do it for real! She shoot at me for real! Me and Dahlia! I was shot and all. Dahlia. She jumped in river.
Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I could do it. I could never push up. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence.
I couldn't believe it. That woman! She betrayed me!
She has a nice ass. That man, Harry Foles, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is, why? 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 Why did she lie? That's all I want to know.
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself.
Yes, but I forget what she looked like. So I dare her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear answer come from her mouth. That's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Come on now, kitten. The ransom. The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Potts? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh?
You don't know?
No, really, I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia?
That day, on the bridge. Dahlia put it in backpack. Now go with Dahlia. Go forever. Into Eagle River.
It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her. My sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowbow River. Go, Dahlia. My teenager.
You're a teen angel. How old was she anyway?
Just 14. Oh, you are robbing the cradle, dog.
14? I guess you were robbing cradles before diamonds. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Man, oh man. Angels these days.
Tom takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really?
It's time, kid. It looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve. You bet.
So this diamond is worth a cool $2 million. It was used as ransom for Dahlia and was lost to Eagle River 5 years ago. Man, that looked like something out of Pocket Fire.
The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron's hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it.
February 16th, 1:49 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Pose. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again. I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student. What are you talking about? My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman?
It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Fair, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think.
Ha! You're still acting as tame as a kid.
Mr. Armando.
Listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. And you see where it came from. Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
Diego Armando. Starbucks.
Excuse me? May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course! Mr. Judge is ready any time you like. I bet you are.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Diego Armando, I like my coffee. Just when things are darkest for her, she lights right up. Very well then. Let's hear what the witness has to say. Let's look at this history.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the ending is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat, kitten. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. Diego Armando. He approves this message.
You bet. Somehow I have to tie her to this case.
Well, first, that sounds like something needs to be added more. So what country were you living in then?
We were all living abroad, but after my parents were killed.
It was a brutal civil war. She had to try to make her way back home alone.
I lost everything. I didn't even have any personal identification.
What kind of sad story is this?
What do I do? Should I press her for details?
Press her harder.
Witness, answer my question. I'll even repeat it for you. What country were you in?
Your Honor, this line of questioning is childish. What country she was in and how many languages she may speak are irrelevant here. What we're here to evaluate is whether this witness has any connection to this case.
I've lived abroad ever since I was a little girl. That's why I could never have known Mr. Falls or Detective Hawthorne.
Yes, I think we've established that point. Yes, indeed. Well then, shall we add what you just stated to the official testimony?
Yes, please. Mr. Judge. Naturally, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant. You didn't know either person. Are you certain of that? Yes. I'm afraid I'm rather shy around people.
Oh well, that can't be helped.
What? everything that comes out of her mouth.
The first time you saw either of them was when they were on the bridge, correct?
Yeah, it really was a coincidence.
So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway?
I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing.
You don't look like much of a hiker to me, but you do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to.
Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess.
Oh, yeah, but really. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are really malicious in intent.
Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss Fay, you're treading on thin ice here.
I hardly said anything. Talking all sensitive.
A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful.
Your client, I mean.
Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's so bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful.
said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, but he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
Mr. Holmes' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement?
Have it at it.
Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony.
The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point.
No, that's not why.
Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf, like you said,
Then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for this world. Ha! It looks like you pressed too hard this time, kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Keep looking around, you, and you're going to lose sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk. Diego Armando, spermicide of jelly.
You knew about that incident? But weren't you out of the country until the year before last? Well, I saw reports about the escaped convict on the news. They had an in-depth report about his whole history.
So you were still living abroad 5 years ago. Is that right?
Yes. I can't let her get away with these lies.
listen to me. She's neck deep in this whole thing. Somehow, you're just going to have to get her to trip. Somehow, you're just going to have to get her to show the court her true self. You mean this scarf? Yeti!
Witness, I want you to take a look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in the photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Ah, you're talking about this scarf right here? Eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the police woman was wearing.
I've got her now. Just don't myself. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
What?
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me.
Oh!
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was rainy as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white. Sorry, but not this time. The witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but...
What's the significance? It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the victim thought the scarf was white is the note. Witness, have you ever seen this note?
No. No.
it's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have.
I wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fowles' instructions to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White
Scarf? Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf.
Well, Miss Foster?
Order! 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 Mr. Intruder! I'm waiting for an explanation! I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Foles is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person? That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten?
Yep.
The third person that knew the contents of the note was Dahlia Hawthorne.
And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne. I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name right there.
What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Fay must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? You're talking to me?
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Foles. You said she was killed, but was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago. When she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she was still alive, she would be 19 now.
Melissa Foster.
I believe that's the same age you are.
Even you couldn't. Miss Faye! You're not saying... But I am.
That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne! War! Horn!
Ah! Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a three-alarm clock. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this thing on its head.
Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Lieutenant! Just who are you anyway?
I did not think it'd come to this. That's enough.
You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself?
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean...
Yes. The prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say?
Ha! It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No way, but that's what?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony. So, he made a little trade.
Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
But I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years?
That has nothing to do with the current case?
She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental. I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of a victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder.
Really, Miss A?
I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious.
You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost.
How dare you!
Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Fay must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her.
What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Fair, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning. But somehow he's turned it around on me.
Ha. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
That was me. It was this guy. This crazy coffee addict.
I beg your pardon. Just because that look is like, I beg your pardon. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Ha! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets.
Are you sweating bullets?
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course! Aren't I?
No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth. That's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. The rashness of youth. How charming.
It's coming from someone younger than me.
Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Fair. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Well,
There you go. So it says here, talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the truth must come out. So, there you go.
The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning.
Or no.
Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth. There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia left. That's the reason why Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Hay, if you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Hay. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh, yes. I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago. We believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters.
Very well. I grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old shine one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm.
Well, what exactly fell then?
That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor?
As you've already heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Ha, I don't mind. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. That ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
It was a fake kidnapping. Harry Falls told us that in the lobby.
Not the way Stacy said. Anything Talia said.
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Talia. And Valerie, too.
Yes, that's it. That the kidnapping is your best shot, man. That's our secret. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes. As a tutor. You were tutoring him. Mr. Falls? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. Years ago, she was only 13.
They probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite a clever fellow, that Mr. Falls.
Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million.
$2 million!
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that.
The defendant demanded that her sister, Valerie, make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual.
By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there at that mountain?
If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. That's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety.
What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Fowles is.
Yeah, right. It was all your plan.
Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and...
That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage.
Yes, but... Actually, that saved my life.
What do you mean?
You'll see, Mr. Fowles was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's some bullshit right there.
You say that Mr. Fowles pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Fowles.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge. Now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you have claimed,
You'd be dead.
instead of being carried away by the river,
You'd be dead.
you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death.
Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level would have made a difference.
Yeah, if the bridge hasn't been fixed since then, oh yeah. The deficit? You're right! If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendants couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see, Just a moment, Your Honor!
With a face like that? With a face like that, just Your Honor. Yeah, nah, man. I'm sorry.
It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
That's possible, yeah. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious!
I know, right? Order! Order in the court!
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Has it now?
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record.
Thanks. Look at that.
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed. What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps. But still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. There. "5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. Oh! No, stop it! Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. force Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Why, that's simply ridiculous! Order! 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 Your Honor! 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
If you looked at her right now, yeah.
This woman is a demon.
And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
But she was a detective then! You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighs heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
Forgive me. It's just hilarious. I'm a bitch.
Witness! Is that you?
You amuse me, woman.
Miss Mia Fey?
You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. You have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. Back at 14, I plotted with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, and one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fay,
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fay, are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valley Hartland's murder.
well, it seems
That we've come to the end.
to be honest, the witness behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me, and there's nothing I could do about it. Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
Mr. Armando!
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? Diego Armando. I like my cappuccino. For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Paul's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There is only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm Diego Armando. You killed my coffee. Prepare to die.
Was the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crime.
Well, the only one person is that man right there. The client who's still living. He was involved.
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness.
Yes. We would like to hear the testimony of Terry Foles. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister, Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Foles.
Well, Mr. Aycliffe, what is your take on this?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Foles. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point. Yes? One moment. Continuing. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Tell you that! 5 years ago! Don't betray me!
Mr. Foles, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. And you were used. For $2 million.
Dahlia! No!
I
mean, I can bite my arm, but I don't want to do it. Mr. Foles, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne? Or was it Dolly Hawthorne? I'm not biting on my arm. Even my arm is a prop. 5 years ago, the problem never, ever betray each other.
Harry.
Dahlia! It's true! You are!
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth! The real truth! I believed in you!
I shouldn't need to say it. you should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Da! Yeah. I will allow Mr. Foes to testify once, and once only. Well then, Mr. Foes, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! No! I'm sorry! I apologize! No! No! Oh! 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 Hmm? Can't talk! The order! Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Ah! You hungry, bro? You need some steak? Oh, Terry Falls saw. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. I watched my car for bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked. Then she left. That was violent. No, my daughter!
Mr. Foles, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial.
Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you wanted to end, Mr. Foles? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, kid. I think. Okay, let's do this.
According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you?
It was ready. Already done. Cool.
You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes. Mr. Falk?
Eagle Mountain. That spot. Strong memories.
Why did he just climb up? Could it be? He's hiding something. You were watching the car.
That bridge. Other side is broken. Nobody can come from that. So, I will watch the car.
What else were you expecting him to do? Of course, that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction.
I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway. And when there's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it.
Anyway! Nobody came! No car! No nothing!
Mr. Faust, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne?
I never lie! Is that true? It was Valerie. I remember her face.
Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Sorry, I totally lied. But the woman I met, she was different from woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie.
I'm sorry I had to do this to you, man.
You got it!
So, when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that?
Yeah, also.
You're sure, huh? Well then, I'm sure too, Mr. Faust. I'm sure that you're lying.
Huh? Oh! 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 Oh!
Oh? I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay.
You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge! Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I have somewhere to go. A special place.
Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge?
Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we would betray each other. She broke a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under base of trees.
Remember that?
It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
This little bauble on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming. But it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But then he left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No!
Indeed. There certainly was enough time for it. I still got a chance. Mr. False, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. False?
There's enough. Please.
Witness?
I promised her 10 years ago. If it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more. Then we're supposed to take muscle. No! Stop the trial! Stop the trial! Your Honor! We need a recess! I was stupid. Court case problem.
This here was the victim. This was the true victim right here.
So, I did it. I like this.
No! We're so close! Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence!
No, don't want that. Don't trust help. Maybe kill again. Kill Slate Dahlia again.
Mr. Foles!
Mr. Almato. Thanks for the castle.
And he fell.
And so my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners. Only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul. I thought it never healed. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person.
That bitch right there. The true criminal. Dahlia Hawthorne. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face.
Mr. Armando?
We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten.
It's my fault. It's my fault that Mr. Foles killed himself.
Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't gonna finish.
Me
can't cry yet. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Mr. Hammond?
No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. When he was in college. And it goes back to case number 1. And she was there too. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. And that's the end of episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings. And with that, we unlock the final episode. Bridge to the Turnabout. So if you really want to know if he's talking about these many years, in order the story of this series goes,
as far as Trials and Tribulations are concerned, is 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. Because the way it has happened, if we're talking about what happened before, when she was 14, the bottle that was in episode 1, that was the second time you saw it. Then you move to present day, which is episodes 2 and 3. 4 is a flashback because this is what he remembers. Because we're talking about now where he's in a hospital room. That's the end result of him for episode 5. So therefore, in that order, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. Because episode 4 is basically him in a hospital room and where he is going to be in episode 5. So like I say, I'm just redoing this as a means to me playing it a second time. It puts me in the mind of the first game, in which I'm just playing it as a game. But here, second time as I'm revisiting it, it's different because now that I'm playing it over, a whole lot of things change. So with that said, and that little headcanon I had to share with you, I'm actually done with this part. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop here. And in the next part, we're going to the final episode, namely Bridge to the Turnabout. So stay tuned. We will begin this right after this. Thanks so much for watching.